everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about my empties, which are currently sat in this ugly box behind me. I don't know why, but I have really been struggling to film this video. It is only the 8th of January. I've not had a video out yet because this is now my third attempt at filming this one. I don't know. Great start to the year, guys. I've also pulled off all my acrylics and my nails still hurt. 2020 is getting off to a great start. In all seriousness, actually, I think 2020 has gotten off to a fantastic start because I literally on the 1st of January hit 700 subscribers. Now I know that is tiny, absolutely tiny milestone, but for me it really is huge, especially because I actually gained over 100 subscribers in December alone. Just absolutely amazing, and people are still subscribing, so I really need to get a move on and get some content out there for you guys. If you watched my last video, then you will know that I am currently on a makeup no-buy for the month of January because Christmas ruined me financially, and I have also spent the second half of last year just buying a lot more makeup to review and just try out and play around with on Instagram, and I feel like I need a bit of a break. I thought about doing a declutter to start reducing my collection, and they're a type of video that I really like watching, but I kind of feel like I should really be using up the products. It would just be a little bit less wasteful, and then that way once I've finished a bunch of products I can do an empties video and give you guys some opinions on the products, whether I thought they were worth it or not, and whether I would buy them again. And in order to do that I need to get rid of what's already the empties box. I am going to go into this in no particular order. I'm just going to give you some of my thoughts on some products that I have finished throughout the last few months and tell you whether I thought they were worth it or if they just deserve to live in the bin and never be purchased ever again. The first item that I'm going to talk about is the Ordinary's Hyaluronic Acid Serum. Now as you can see, I've got two empty bottles here. I've got another bottle on my desk, which is the 60ml. This is just the 30ml bottle, the standard size, so if you like it, buying the bigger one will just save you money in the long run. I've already spoken about this product on my channel in my Beauty Bay favourites. I really like this one. It's super cheap. I watch a lot of skincare videos, like that's just the thing I've really gotten into in the last year, and I do hear people saying that this isn't necessarily the best hyaluronic acid serum out there, not even the best one that Decay make. I just like this one because it's super affordable, and when I add it as an extra step into my routine I just find that things just feel a little bit more plump, a little bit more hydrated, which as I'm going into my late 20s I really need to start thinking about more and more. But if you just want to try adding a hyaluronic acid serum into your routine, this is such a great affordable option, and you can get it from so many places now. You can pick it up in Boots, Beauty Bay, Cult Beauty, so just a really nice option to try if you want to add that extra hydration into your routine. Okay, next up I have another serum. This is the Hydrating Serum from Simply Pure. So Simply Pure is Superdrug's own range that is designed for sensitive skin, so it is fragrance free, it's hypoallergenic. I think it's all cruelty free as well, and I think all the products are suitable for vegetarians and vegans as well, which is really nice. I started using this one because I had started adding a serum into my routine for that extra hydration. I think I was using Bioderma at the time, and I decided that even though that's not super expensive, I couldn't really keep up with the cost, and I just wanted something really affordable. This is nice. There's nothing wrong with it. It's also super cheap, so it was really easy to add in my routine, and they often have offers like buy one get second half price, which is really great. And that's kind of it. It's not the best serum in the world. I think it's quite a nice option if you are still quite new to skincare, just a bit younger, you just want to try adding in something a bit more hydrating into your routine. If I had to pick between this one and the one from The Ordinary though, I would probably say the one from The Ordinary. I didn't feel like this did much. I would no longer repurchase it. I need to focus on other aspects of my skin. But if you're quite young, you just want to add, again, just a little bit of a serum, you could try this as a first option. I would probably recommend this one over it though. I think this will do a lot more for your skin than this one. I wasn't going to talk about hair care because I want to do a fully separate hair care video at some point. I'm kind of still working on figuring out my routine. Curly hair is just a whole other process, but I quickly want to talk about the Cantu Cantu, I'm not sure how you say it, the cleansing cream shampoo. For quite a few months last year, I was really trying really hard to follow the curly girl method. For those of you who don't know about the curly girl method, I will go into more detail about it another time, but one of the things that you stop using is shampoo and instead you wash your hair with conditioner, and I just didn't find the perfect conditioner to wash my hair with. I just ended up going back to using this. I had a hairdresser use this on me, so I figured it would be a good option, and I got on with it for a while. I have repurchased it. However, I am finding at the moment, I feel like my hair gets greasy quite quickly again, like even now. Something about the roots just already feels greasy, and I washed my hair 2 days ago, and I really don't feel like that should be happening that fast. The biggest issue for me, however, is that I struggled with an itchy scalp for a while. Doing the curly girl method was really helping me, and I wasn't suffering with it anymore. But just in the last couple of weeks, I am finding that that itchiness is coming back. So I think it really is time for me to drop this, because I think it may be contributing because it's the only thing that I use on my scalp. So I'm gonna go back to trying the curly girl method fully. I think once things are more settled and I've got a better idea of what I'm doing with my routine, I will definitely make a video and talk you guys through all of the products that I use. I don't think I would repurchase this again in the future because I think it is contributing to making my scalp itchy again. Oh, let's talk makeup. This is so used that the writing has pretty much completely rubbed off. This is the Urban Decay Perversion mascara, and so far it is my favorite mascara ever. I literally every year wait for the Black Friday sales so that I can purchase this, because I can't afford it at full price. I do think it's a lot of money to spend on mascara, because mascara is something that you use every day. You're gonna run out of it. It's a lot to keep repurchasing. So I only ever buy this one on offer or from the airport, you know, anything like that. I love this mascara so much. I'm actually not wearing it right now because I just wanted something a bit more toned down, but when I want my lashes to just look their best, this is the one that I go for. So if I'm going somewhere and I can't be bothered to wear lashes and I still want my lashes to look amazing, this is the one that I'm gonna use. It is quite a thick formula, especially when you first open it up. It then kind of dries down a little bit and settles. I keep an old Benefit mascara wand on hand that has the little silicone bristles, and I have to use that to separate the lashes because otherwise it gets a little bit too clumpy, and then further down the line it's fine. But whenever I use this, I get compliments just all the time. People ask me what I'm using. If you have maybe quite fine lashes that get weighed down easily, I wouldn't go for this. I think it will be too much. But if you have thick lashes anyway and you really want to take them to the next level, this, I haven't found anything that compares to it yet. Let's talk about Simple. Simple is a brand that I like the idea of in principle. If you read the bottles and the description, it's meant to be all about sensitive skin. So it says things like no artificial perfume or colour, no harsh chemicals that can upset your skin. Some of them say no alcohol, no parabens. So in principle, it sounds great. I am someone who currently has a very oily skin. My skin's a mess. I used to be dry. I don't know what happened. Right now, I am just like oily all the time. But I also have sensitive skin. I can sometimes have weird reactions to things. So avoiding things like fragrance that are known irritants are just something that to me sound really good, which is why I've tried products from Simple and from Superdrug's Simply Pure range, and they are also really affordable. However, when it comes to Simple, I've tried, I don't know, maybe 5-6 products from them at this point. There is literally one product from them that I keep going back to, which is their Soothing Eye Balm. For years and years, I was really struggling to find a makeup remover that worked for me because everything would just end up irritating my eyes, making them sting. And after a while I realised that the main culprit wasn't necessarily the makeup removers, it was just the fact that I was having to use something on a cotton pad to remove the eyeshadow, which meant a lot of pulling and tugging, and that was just causing my skin to just get irritated and dried out and sore and painful. I started to hear a lot about people using cleansing balms and cleansing oils, and that sounded like the perfect solution to me. But there's not a lot of affordable options out there, and the only one I could really find was this one by Simple. I mean, I don't even know where to start. First of all, it stinks. It absolutely stinks. This is a product that says no artificial perfume, no harsh chemicals. Oh my god. Oh. I just forget how how bad it smells every time. My God, it smells like plastic. It's really, really horrible. And it took me weeks to start getting used to that smell. The second thing that I found, it just wasn't that good at taking my makeup off. For just a little bit of makeup, like I've just come home from work, I've only been wearing base makeup, mascara, no eyeshadows, fine, it did the trick. To remove the makeup that I do for Instagram, no, it just didn't work at all. And I would just not recommend that you buy it. I think it's absolutely horrible. I think it's not worth the money. No, this is going. I am so glad to finally throw it away. Just to tell you what I'm using now in comparison, this is just a mini of the Clinique Take the Day Off Balm. This is a product I've heard so much about, and this is everything that I needed the simple one to do. It takes off all my makeup. It really does. As long as I'm spending, you know, the time actually working with it and actually scrubbing it off, it will take everything off. I have got 2 more tubs of this. I am working my way through one of them right now, and there's the whole fragrance-free aspect of it, which I really like. So I am gonna be carrying on using this for a while because it really does take all of my makeup off, and it really does what I need a makeup remover to do. Oh, I have a Lush lip scrub. A lot of brands make them, and I really don't think that you need to spend a lot of money on them at all, because literally the first ingredient is sugar. So no one needs a 15, 20 pound, whatever it is, lip scrub. So there's no point. Just get these ones from Lush. I mean, they smell amazing. It does a great job at just taking away the dead skin on the lips, which I really need, especially at this time of year. So I just love having one of these on hand. And if you accidentally eat some of it, brilliant. They're edible, they taste good. I mean, it's sugar. I just don't think you can go wrong with this. It's just really, really handy to have at this time of year, and I think I'm just gonna keep going back to them. What have we got next? Oh, okay, I do have some more makeup. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Luminizing Primer. Now, this one isn't actually finished, but I'm throwing it out because I've had this for a couple of years, and I used it the other day, and it didn't smell quite right. So I actually bought this because I used to use the Luminizing primer. I think that's what it was called. It came in a white tube. It was the exact same format, but it was just white, and I really liked that one. I actually felt like it helped improve the wear of my makeup, especially at a time where dewy, glowy primers weren't really around all that much. They discontinued that one, and they brought out a whole new range of primers, including this one, which is the Luminizing one. I mean, it is super metallic. It's literally like the iconic London drops, just in a primer form, so I think it's a bit thicker. It's gonna make you really, really glowy, but I just don't think it does anything for how long your makeup wears. I didn't notice any improvement. I mean, I could be completely wrong, and they could be the exact same formulas, just repackaged, but I, overall at the time, just felt like I preferred the Luminizing one to this one. I wouldn't repurchase it, especially now that I'm so oily. It's just not a good idea. If you like something super, super illuminating that's going to make you super glowy and you have dry skin, you may get along with it, but I don't know, it just doesn't sit quite right with me. Okay, I have another item from Simply Pure. This is the Refreshing Toner. I actually still have a bottle of this that I need to finish up, but after that I'm not going to buy it again. I originally bought one of these because I wanted to add a toner to my routine. Now, what I was looking for at the time is a toner that was formulated without alcohol, because my skin was still dry at the time, so I didn't want something that was going to contribute to that. I decided to try this one. So this is a refreshing toner. Yeah, that's kind of all it does. I think nowadays we've come to expect a lot more from toners. We expect them to come with things like active ingredients, like the Pixie Glow Tonic, where they actually have an ingredient that is going to exfoliate your skin. This one doesn't really. I think it's just kind of hydrated. It says it's designed to tone and refresh sensitive skin. What does toning mean? You know what, I'm not even really sure. Just doesn't really have a place in modern skincare routines, if that makes sense. I think, again, like the serum, if you just want to try adding an extra step to your routine, you're quite young, you're on a budget, you could, but I just don't think it's going to do anything. I don't really think there's any point to it. Oh, let's talk about Simple again. I feel like I have a vendetta against Simple at this point because they just let me down. Face washes are a bit like makeup removers, where I just took a very long time to find one that would work for me. For years and years and years, I had face washes that would just leave me feeling like my skin had been stripped and it was dry and it was tight and uncomfortable. The one that probably worked the best for me was the Nivea Cream Face Wash. Now, I don't know what's going on with that face wash because I couldn't find it anywhere, so I thought maybe it was getting discontinued. That's a nice face wash. It's designed for dry and sensitive skin. It never left my skin feeling stripped. So when I couldn't find that one anywhere, I needed to find a replacement, and I thought maybe Simple will answer my prayers. I don't know why I keep giving Simple all these chances. This is a moisturising facial wash. I mean, it's designed for sensitive skin. What can go wrong? Oh my god, so much can go wrong. I hated this product. Luckily, this is a mini. Thank God, because I don't think I could have made it through a bigger tube of this. This left my skin feeling so dry, and like I just had to just moisturize immediately or add water or something. I just couldn't understand why, if this product was meant to be so gentle, why is it so horrible? I went back and I looked at ingredients, and I noticed that the second ingredient on here is sodium lauryl sulfate. Sulfates seem to be a bit divisive. I think some people don't mind them. Some people think that they're too stripping. Some people say that if you have oily skin, you might be okay. I have oily skin. I was not okay with this. If you have dry skin, if you have sensitive, if you're basically the target audience for this product, I mean, I personally feel like this is an ingredient that you should be avoiding. Now, I wasn't sure if that was what was causing it, so I went back and looked at other products that I've used. So I looked at the Nivea face wash. I couldn't see it listed. Another face wash that I used happened to be the Simply Pure one, and it left me with that same feeling. Check the ingredient list. There's sodium lauryl sulfate. At the moment, I am using the Clinique anti-blemish solutions. This one isn't, and do you know what's not on there? Sodium lauryl sulfate. I think at this point I can say that this is an ingredient that I need to avoid, because it does seem to be that products that have it cause me to feel like my face has turned into the Sahara Desert, and the products that don't have it do not cause that. I think the reason it really bothers me is that brands like Simple and like Simply Pure, a lot of their target audience is going to be younger people and people with sensitive skin, and if you are painting all these products as being gentle and good for sensitive skin, I don't understand why that ingredient is there, and I think it could potentially make their skin worse. I am just going to be so much more careful when it comes to my cleansers in the future, because I now know what to avoid. I could not recommend this to anyone. Absolutely not. It was horrible. Okay, there isn't much left in here. I am going to talk about sunscreen. Now, I did have an SPF 50 of this one, but I don't know where it's gone. This is the Soltan Face Protect and Moisturise Sun Care Lotion from Boots. I have gone through multiple of these, and I really liked this. First of all, it's stupidly affordable because it's the Boots own brand face lotion. It's really light, and it should apparently have anti-aging benefits. I think I used these for about a year, so I have repurchased it multiple times, and it was working brilliantly. And then the minute I started working on a makeup counter and I was wearing makeup to work again every day, I hated this. This is brilliant to go on holiday, but if you need to wear makeup over it, this starts pilling so much. So you're trying to put your foundation and your primer and everything else on, and it's just all a bit gross. I liked it for so long because I wasn't wearing makeup to work, so it wasn't a problem. And then as soon as I started wearing it again, this had to go. I will definitely pick this up to go on holiday again because I liked it, and for sitting by the pool it's perfectly fine, but it's just not the one to wear under makeup. So if you are looking for an everyday sunscreen, I would not recommend this. Also, this is the grossest thing about it, but do you see how the writing is kind of disintegrating? So basically when you get to the end of the tube and you're like pushing the product out more and more, the text will start disintegrating and you will be left with blue all over your hands, and obviously from your hands it goes on your face and you've just got these specks of blue. Please do something about that because it's just a bit gross. Oh, one last makeup item. This is the L'Oreal Shake and Glow Spray. I have already repurchased this. So this is a makeup setting spray and it's a glowy one. I've seen people compare this one to the Iconic London one. I don't think they're quite the same because the Iconic London one really is glittery. I've used it today and I can see that it's all over my dress. I don't get that with this one. It's not so much glittery as it is just glowy, and it just, I don't know, it just gives such a nice finish to my makeup. I really like it. The only issue I'm having with it is just where I'm so oily, because I like to use setting spray for the first time when I've done my base up until like my bronzer and contour to just mesh everything together, and then again at the end of my makeup. And I think that doing that with this at both stages just isn't working because I'm so oily. So I think I need to invest in a really good matte one. It feels nice. I like the smell. I kept putting it in the fridge over summer and then just spraying it on my face. It felt so nice. It was so hot in London, so this was just like the best thing to just spray on my face all day. I've repurchased it once. I don't see why I wouldn't repurchase it again. Oh my god, nearly there. Oh, okay. I have the Holland Barrett Vitamin C and Hyaluronic Acid Serum. I like the idea of vitamin C. I feel like it's going to do amazing things for my skin, but I still haven't found the right one. This one just wasn't it. I just didn't really notice anything from it. What I have heard people say through watching skincare videos online is that a lot of the time people will think that a vitamin C serum is really working for them and they're seeing benefits from it immediately because it's more about what else is in there. Things like the hyaluronic acid, so adding those to your routine gives immediate results, and then the vitamin C is more long term. I didn't think it did anything for my skin immediately, and I didn't notice anything long term. Also, the other thing that I will say is that the first ingredient is water and the second one is citrus lemon peel water. From what I gather about lemon in skincare, it's not a good thing, so I'm not convinced that this is like the best product for you. And if you're gonna use it, I would definitely use sunscreen because I feel like you probably need it. I mean, you should be wearing sunscreen anyway. It didn't really do anything for me. I wouldn't buy it again, and I haven't, and I'm still looking for the vitamin C of my dreams. We have one more item from The Ordinary. This is the lactic acid. Lactic acid is a chemical exfoliant. I wanted to add one to my routine, so I looked into it, and because at the time I was drier, I was sensitive, the best option for me seemed to be the lactic acid. And when I started using it, it did things to my skin. My skin looked really, really good that summer. I used to have really bad texture here, and using this really did clear it up for me at the time, and I have repurchased this multiple times. I'm just not using it at the moment because I don't think it's working for me anymore, where my skin is so oily now. I think for me it needs to be about salicylic acid and not lactic acid, but if you have dry skin, sensitive skin, just give it a go. I also tried the Revolution skincare one. I just didn't notice the same effects. I definitely prefer the one from The Ordinary, and if I still had dry skin, I would still be using this, and I would maybe even try upgrading to the 10%. It's a great product. I really wish I could still use it, but I think it's just not what my skin needs anymore. Oh, finally we are on to the last item. This is the Clinique Moisture Surge Eye 96-Hour Hydro Filler Concentrate. So I got this in a gift set because I like to spend money on myself and keep gift sets to myself. This is so moisturizing. Like, my under eyes never felt as plump and as hydrated as they did using this. I mean, they probably did when I was like 1, but I'm now 26, so I need the good stuff. This isn't one that's going to target lines, and maybe I should be moving towards that at this point, but it just feels so nice and so hydrated. I have already ordered a full size of it, which is here. I'm just finishing up my Simple Soothing Eye Balm, and I think after that I'm going to say goodbye to it. It just isn't the same. This one is just really, really hydrating. This really works for me if you've got quite dry under eyes and you are not at a point right now where you want to target lines. It's a really, really lovely option, and I can't wait to get into this bottle. All right, we made it. Oh my god. That is it for my empties. So they are now all going to go into the recycling. This box is now empty and it is ready to receive the new empties. There's already things that need to go in it. There's already so many things that I need to talk about. Products that I am so happy to be finishing off this month. Stuff I hated, and I want to give you my thoughts. So now we are done with these. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you found it helpful. Let me know in the comments, have you tried these products? Did you get on with them? I love hearing different people's different opinions about products. As always guys, if you enjoyed the video, then do please make sure you give it a big thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on the next video, and I will see you all on the next one. Bye guys!